west side.
All around the town of Norman, you can find the Norman Public Schools.
Over 25 locations around town boast the attractive school campuses and support facilities that represent the Norman Public School system.
And more on the way.
Each site is unique, with buildings designed to accommodate special programs and to complement the surrounding neighborhoods.
Yet in each building, you can find the same thing. Good people doing their best job to deliver an excellent product. Quality education for the young people of Norman.
So come with us as we go from the east side
to the west side of Norman, Oklahoma,
to introduce you to the Norman Public School system.
The first school to see the sun each morning is Lakeview Elementary, situated in far east Norman near Lake Thunderbird. Many of the 300 students at Lakeview live on small farms or ranches and appreciate the blend of urban and country atmosphere that the campus and the 27 staff members provide.
Irving Middle School is home of the Cougars and serves over 700 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. The middle school curriculum offers students their first taste of elective classes and provides a smooth transition from elementary to secondary school programs. Irving's educational environment is supported by a unique and very effective guidance and counseling program that assists the troubled learner.
Eisenhower Elementary offers a flexible program of instruction that centers around the arts. Flexibility also comes from the use of space in the building's large open area and from the versatility and compatibility of the school staff, many of whom have received national recognition for their instructional excellence. With careful attention to each individual, Eisenhower creates a caring community of learners.
Kennedy Elementary also puts its open space to good use and takes advantage of its specialized facilities as well. Each of the district's 12 elementary schools has its own gymnasium, cafeteria, and media center, and all, like Kennedy, use their facilities for special programs and events. The annual science fair is only one of the school-wide activities that keep Kennedy students and patrons interested and involved in education.
Also on the east side of town is the headquarters for the district's maintenance and transportation services. Over 50 buses and 70 drivers transport approximately 4,000 students to and from school each day, locking over 500,000 accident-free miles a year. Safety is assured through careful driver selection and training and through routine vehicle inspection and maintenance by both the drivers and a team of professional mechanics. Scores of electricians, carpenters, painters, custodians, and groundskeepers maintain the district's real estate with an eye to safety, comfort, and aesthetics, all of which are vital for an effective educational environment.
The district's oldest educational environment is the site of Norman's first school. In 1894, it was called the East Side School. Now it is called Jefferson Elementary School and continues the long tradition of educational excellence in the Norman Public Schools. As is true in all Norman schools, the library is the physical and instructional center of the school. Jefferson's Media Center offers more than books. It offers students the opportunity to meet and work with the people who make the books through a long-running series of visits by award-winning children's authors and illustrators.
2 blocks west of Jefferson is Central Mid-High, part of the district's unique 3-campus high school. 9th and 10th graders are offered a full range of courses at remedial, regular, and advanced levels and earn over 3/4 of the credits required for graduation while at the Mid-High. Specialized programs, facilities, and competitions provide many opportunities for students to acquire and demonstrate their skills, interests, talents, and abilities. The school's eclectic student population and enthusiastic professional staff contribute to the excitement and variety of learning experiences at Central.
Norman's smallest elementary school, Lincoln, offers individual attention to each of its 280 students. It also has a program for students with severe or multiple physical handicaps. As is true in all Norman elementary schools, Lincoln students enjoy working with physical education and music specialists as well as with their classroom teacher. The district's nationally renowned instrumental music programs begins with elementary strings instruction at the 5th grade level.
The atmosphere at Wilson Elementary School is both businesslike and family-like because there are 2 common expectations for faculty and students. Everyone at Wilson is expected to behave courteously and to be on task at all times. Tasks change at Wilson. The principal is often the teachers are also learners, and the students learn to be responsible for and to themselves as they participate in life at Wilson.
Madison Elementary is perhaps Norman's most cosmopolitan school. Because of its proximity to the University of Oklahoma, Madison hosts an international student body. The school accommodates its cultural plurality by offering an English as a second language program. The school capitalizes on its ethnic mix with an annual international fair, at which students and their families share and celebrate their cultural differences.
Situated on 40 acres in the heart of Norman is Norman High School. Over 1,400 juniors and seniors culminate their public school careers here by pursuing their personal interests and goals. Since most of the graduation requirements are met at the mid-high level, students at Norman High are free to design their own course of study by choosing from a wide variety of elective course offerings. The unique Aegis programs and advanced placement classes challenge the academically gifted. Over 15 varsity sports showcase student athletes. Performers are spotlighted in programs in drama, competitive speech, vocal music, band, orchestra, and television production. Everything from agriculture to computer science is available on the Norman High School campus. Students who aren't accommodated on campus often find what they're looking for at the Moore Norman Votech or at the University of Oklahoma through the Early Entry program. As the flagship school for the entire Norman public school system, Norman High School has the most impressive record for academic excellence of any school in the state. Norman High is proud to claim the most National Merit Scholars and Academic All-Staters in Oklahoma.
Also on the high school campus is the district's electronic link with the community, the Video Resources Studio and Cable Channel 29. The studio offers 24-hour-a-day information and programming for and about the Norman Public Schools.
Two other district offices are located on the high school campus. The Central Kitchen, which prepares and delivers hot, nutritious, inexpensive lunches for the entire district, and the Administrative Services Center, where the offices of the Superintendent of Schools and other top-level administrators are found. The term top level describes more than hierarchical job titles. It also describes the quality of the district's administrative staff. Assistant Superintendent Nancy O'Brien, for instance, was named the Outstanding Administrator in the state of Oklahoma by the Oklahoma Foundation for Excellence.
Other administrative offices are located in the Instructional Services Center, or ISC, and the nearby Curriculum Center. The ISC is also the site of the region's Professional Development Center. The Curriculum Center, where you can find the offices of the district's curriculum directors, is also the setting for the monthly Board of Education meetings, which are, of course, open to the public.
All Norman Public School facilities are open to its patrons. Visitors are welcomed first at the principal's office before entering the instructional or student areas during the school day. Many facilities are used by community groups after school. Most campuses are important additions to the neighborhood.
McKinley Elementary, for example, is one of Norman's oldest and most stable schools. The children and grandchildren of its graduates comprise a significant portion of its current population. The McKinley atmosphere is pleasant and appealing, and its recently renovated and expanded facility is just right for its comparatively small student population. Its importance to its neighborhood is evidenced by its high level of community involvement. McKinley was honored in 1988 by being named by the National Department of Education as being one of the nation's best elementary schools.
At Adams Elementary, the faculty places special emphasis on reading through special programs designed to motivate, encourage, and reward student readers. Adams also enjoys the benefits of being part of a Norman neighborhood. University of Oklahoma faculty and students are frequent participants in Adams classrooms and programs. Community groups provide many outstanding programs for Norman Elementary students. Reading is Fundamental, Dangerous Stranger, Kids on the Block, Growing Up Strong, Say It Straight, Kids Are Special People, Kindergarten Roundup, and Operation School Bell are just a few of the programs that are sponsored by community groups to enrich the educational experience at Adams and every Norman school.
Other forms of community support and involvement come from the parent groups that are in operation at every site, assisting in every aspect of campus life, from providing clerical assistance, tutoring, opportunities for students to socialize, to fundraising and financial support. The parents are important partners in the education experience.
The Norman Public School Foundation, with its annual fund drive and its semi-annual awarding of grants to teachers, also also provides financial support and incentives for excellence that benefit the students in the classroom directly.
This type of private involvement and support is especially helpful in the Norman community, where fully 2/3 of the property, being government-owned, is not taxable and therefore contributes nothing to the school funding base. But even with the financial limitations, the Norman Public Schools are able to provide one of the most innovative and successful educational programs in the country. One reason for this success is the direct support of the Norman community. The Norman voters have never failed to support a school bond issue, evidence indeed of the importance of education to the citizens of Norman.
Longfellow is another of Norman's triplet middle schools, and like the others, it provides a varied program to serve its changing population. Exploratory classes give a sampling of elective classes to follow, while the core curriculum provides a solid academic foundation upon which students can build. Band begins at this level. Students in middle school get their first in-depth experiences with intramural athletics, student government, research, competition, school-sponsored social events, school outdoors, and how to cope with life in a big school.
Graduates of Cleveland Elementary School already know how to cope with life in a big school. Cleveland is the district's largest elementary school with over 600 students. The school's unique architecture helps provide an educational intimacy that might not be expected with such a large population. With the motto, learning, caring, and working together, Cleveland is indeed one big happy family.
A smaller but equally happy family of learners is found at Jackson Elementary School. The caring professionalism of Jackson's staff is evidenced in its attractive, functional facility and the variety of instructional methods and learning styles utilized in every classroom. Computers are a popular part of the instructional program at Jackson. With investments by the district and from parent organizations, computer labs are in operation in every Norman school.
Whittier Middle School is an example of a school of transitions. Its students make the transition from childhood to adolescence. Its facility makes the transition from open area to specialized classrooms. Its faculty makes the transition from generalization to specialization. Its program makes the transition from elementary to secondary education. The middle schools are quite literally a turning point in Norman's educational process.
Helping students at Whittier and at every site cope with the turns their lives are taking are caring and qualified counselors. Each secondary campus has its own counseling staff supported by district psychologists and psychometrists.
This type of support is especially helpful at Monroe Elementary School, which has one of the district's most unique and varied student populations. 20% of its students are identified as being academically gifted. Another 20% of the students are in some area of special education. Regardless of the level of ability, each student in the Norman Public School system receives a quality education carefully designed to accommodate individual ability levels and stages of development.
This is particularly evident with the district's transition program, which provides an extra year of day-long kindergarten classes for students who are not developmentally ready to begin first grade. The success of transition graduates proves that some children do indeed benefit from the gift of time.
The west side of town is a setting for West Mid High, a school with a rather homogeneous student body and a rather demanding faculty. West strives to provide students with an educational program that is as rigorous and challenging as possible, yet developmentally appropriate for 14 to 17-year-olds. Newly remodeled and expanded facilities support this effort. The West Library and Media Center includes the Norman Public Schools' first online catalog, with computer terminals replacing the traditional card catalog. Throughout the district, lively library and media programs are helping staff and students move into the information age.
West Side, East Side, all around the town of Norman are the Norman Public Schools. Over 1,300 employees serve almost 11,000 students in the district's 12 elementary schools, grades K through 5, 3 middle schools, grades 6 through 8, 2 mid-high schools, grades 9 and 10, and Norman High School, grades 11 and 12.
As the community of Norman grows and changes, so do the schools. Sites are currently being selected for new campuses, and a task force of educators and patrons is studying and planning for future configurations of students, facilities, and curriculum.
One thing is certain, all around the town, the state, and the nation, you will find few systems coming closer to educational excellence than the Norman Public Schools.